Have you ever felt like you just can't get ahead financially? You feel like, damn, I'm not working hard enough. So then you start to go harder. Before you know it, you're more stressed with more edits stacked up and you're still broke. Well, this was me for years in my filmmaking career until I decided to make this one simple change. As freelance creators, we get into this for fun and enjoyment. We start out taking photos of leaves or designing cool profile pictures or making crappy short films. This was me back in 2011. I got a brand new T2i and I was just running around shooting really fun music videos with my brother. Not a care in the world and as happy as can be. Everything was exciting. But when I moved out on my own and had to pay bills, everything changed. I had to shoot almost any and everything to barely make ends meet. And I hated the stuff I was shooting. I was no longer excited. The thing that tripped me out though was that I always felt like I was broke. I would go out and I would hustle up more videos, and before I knew it, I had a ton of edits stacked up, which means I had to sit there and edit those videos, which means I couldn't go out and shoot more to make more money. It was like a never-ending cycle. The thing that broke this cycle though was the concept of delegation, or to delegate. Entrust a task or responsibility to another person, typically one who is less senior than oneself. Simple, right? Wrong. This is actually one of the hardest things for creators to do. You know why? Creative control. This is what keeps creators broke. See, I thought the main reason why I hated these music videos was the fact that I didn't have creative control. In turn, that made me want to sit through and suffer the edit, even though I hated the music video, just because at least I have creative control in this edit. That's what I felt, right? So I would sit there and suffer until the end of the edit and realize I still hate the music video, so why am I even stressing this? It doesn't even make any sense. This is a message to the people who think like I used to think. You're not the best editor. You're not the best cinematographer. You're not the best director. You're not the best designer. And even if you are wildly talented, it's holding you back and it's slowing you down. And honestly, it might be the biggest reason why you're not able to make real money in your business. And honestly, it's not even about giving up full creative control. It's about delegating tasks to make your vision come to life. Once I realized that bigger ideas are made possible by delegating tasks to other people, I started to hire for pretty much everything. For lighting, for talent outreach, for editing. And once I did this, 3 major things happened to my business. I started making more money. Now I know a lot of people are hearing this and thinking, how in the world am I gonna delegate tasks if I'm already not making enough money? And I know this concept sounds crazy. You will make less money per project, but more money in total. Let's just throw out some hypothetical numbers. Let's say you shoot a music video for $500, right? And instead of shooting and editing that video on your own and putting that $500 in your pocket, let's say you pay 2 people to come out on set with you, right? $50 each, then you pay an editor $125 to edit the project. Now, you are only putting $325 in your pocket, but 2 major things happen from this. The first thing that happens is the shoot is a lot less painful and it's faster to do when you have 2 people helping you on set. And you don't have to edit the video. Think about that. Think about the stress that is relieved from not having to edit the video. This means you can shoot more often. You can literally shoot 7 days a week if you don't have to sit at a desk and edit. Whereas if you're shooting and editing the project, you can probably only shoot about 2 projects a week without having too much on your plate. $325 times 7, which is how many days a week you'd be able to shoot if you didn't have to edit, equals $2,275, as opposed to $500 times 2, which is realistically how many times you'd be able to shoot a week without having too much on your plate. That only equals $1,000. And you can even dial these numbers back so you pocket more money. This is just a hypothetical scenario. And think about the process of shooting by yourself. It sucks, bro. You pull up to a set, you gotta get all this gear out of your car, you gotta bring the gear in, you gotta set the gear up. Now you got the lights and stuff set up and your camera on the tripod maybe. Then you're looking through the viewfinder on the camera to see if the light looks good. Then you gotta run over to a light, tweak the intensity of the light, run back to the camera, run back to the light. It's like this never-ending process. Then the shoot's over, you gotta pack everything down on your own, you gotta take the stuff back to your car. It's just hell. The process of shooting by yourself sucks. The second thing that happened is I got more free time to actually focus on the aspects of filmmaking that I enjoy. Now, while I do enjoy filmmaking and making music videos, I don't enjoy every aspect of it. I don't enjoy talent outreach. I don't enjoy dealing with equipment. I don't enjoy a lot of the technical aspects of filmmaking. When I delegate those tasks to other people, it allows me to focus on the aspects that I actually do enjoy, building out concepts and getting to look right in camera so that the edit goes a lot faster. Being able to ask for a light to be moved, or just being able to show an example frame to grip and gaff and they just move the lights and tweak the image how it needs to be for it to come out how I want it. just reduces the stress on set by so much. Also, having an editor frees up so much of my time to be able to work on passion projects that I wouldn't be able to work on if I was sitting at the computer editing all the time. The third thing that happened is it made my productions look bigger, and in turn I was able to charge more money. If you pull up to a shoot with 2 to 5 people as opposed to just showing up by yourself, it sends a totally different message. It says that this production is bigger, and in turn it should cost more money. Since I began delegating tasks, I started to mention the different tasks that needed to be done within the project, and in turn that allowed me to charge more money for the project. So say you email me and you want something done, right? I'll reply and I'll say, okay, well, looking over your concept, it looks like we're gonna need grip and gaff, we're gonna need a production manager, we're going to need a producer to secure a location, we're gonna need this to reach out to talent, outreach, whatever. And obviously all my projects aren't as complex as this, but me just listing out the different things that need to be done, as well as me having people to do these certain things, in turn has allowed me to charge more money for the product. It just sounds a lot better than me just replying and saying, oh yeah, I can do the project for $500. Then you show up with your team's efficient, they're professional, everything's good. It just sends such a better message than you showing up dolo with a gimbal and a light, and then you sitting there forever trying to set up the gimbal, or you gotta move the light and do all the tweaking and stuff that you need to do. It just sends 2 totally different messages to the client, and it just lets them know like, okay, yeah, well, I'm happy paying this amount of money to get the service done. The concept of delegation doesn't have to be massive either. If you're currently doing everything alone, just get another person to help you, or even get an editor to rough cut your projects, and you go in at the end and throw in the sauce there. Also, if you just want to take time off, it's great. I love shooting these YouTube videos and hanging out with my family after knowing that work is still being done in the background. Don't allow your creative control to keep you stuck physically and financially.